So you're known as one of those players who's super into the film room, which is awesome. We love this. We thought we'd kind of get into your world a little bit. We'd get into the film room. We're here in the auditorium where you guys watch a lot of it, and we're going to have basically the film of Jameis's life over the last year since you've become a Buccaneer for a year now. Can you believe it's already been a year? Which is crazy.
Yes, it's just pretty long.
Pretty long already. You've already been here a whole year. So we're going to look at some of these key moments.
Jameis, hey, crowd, hey, Buccaneer fans, how about a big Buccaneer roar for Jameis? He can hear you on the phone here. There you go, guys.
That was your first time getting to talk to Bucs fans right after you've been drafted. Do you remember that moment and what that was like hearing the roar of all those fans excited for you to join?
Man, it was amazing, because what really caught I talked to Gene Deckerhoff, and being able to have a relationship with him at Florida State, and then him being one of the first people I talked to associated with Tampa, I almost was in tears. I was like, man, he's going to be doing our radio and calling our games at Tampa Bay too. I was like, this is a dream come true.
That whole night, you had such a big smile on your face then. I feel like your cheeks are probably hurting at the end of the night.
Yeah, I was so happy that I got a chance to spend that day with my family. I got to hold my little brother all day long.
Which is so awesome. He seemed pretty happy about that.
Yeah, they all were.
You remember what's happening right here?
Yeah, this one we were late. We were late coming into the house. Like, nobody, I tell people the story all the time. I'm like, I made it to the house about 30 seconds before my name was called.
Right.
So everybody was like panicking.
I can imagine.
I was like, I'm here now.
Were you panicking?
No, I wasn't.
You just knew you'd be there on time, or you were just like, I feel like I would have been panicking. This is like the moment you've been waiting for, man.
I just wanted my mom and dad to be there, and that's all I was worried about.
What's up, dog?
And then now, you've been drafted. This is your first impression with all these rookies, all these guys that are part of your class. What made you decide this was so important for you to be out there greeting them?
I was happy to see my new teammates. I heard all the rumors about, in the pros, you can't really be friends with everybody because you don't know how long they're going to last. I was like, not me. I'm going to try to make friends with all these guys because these are my new teammates. These are my Bucs, man, and I wanted to greet every one of them.
Bucs on three, Bucs on three. 1, 2, 3,
This was one of your first community events that you got a chance to do, and it was the Special Olympics people, and it's at training camp, and it is 1,000 degrees out there, and you guys have been practicing like crazy, and I know all the media, you must have just been exhausted, but the moment that camp happened, I felt like I just saw a switch go off in you. Is that how you felt?
Oh, absolutely. As soon as I seen the look in their faces, I was just like, oh, it's game time, and it's play time, because that's all they wanted to do. They wanted to get out there and play, and I had the opportunity, to just make a difference on them just a little bit, and we're out there doing something I love, playing football, and get a chance to just spend time with these kids and some adults, that look up to me and want to be a Buck. I was
you saw that Florida State shirt right there.
It was a lot of Florida State fans out there. It was a lot of ballers out there as well.
Did you see a difference in the impact you could have on the community when you made that transition to the NFL? You were already a big deal in college, but did you see a difference in just you showing up somewhere and what that meant to people?
Absolutely. And I don't think it was just me showing up. It's just how I showed up, the things that I actually did. Everyone would like to see, like, hey, I met Jameis Winston, but when they actually get a chance to spend time with me and I get a chance to play with them, or we have fun, or, even have a conversation, it was about just leaving a lasting impression on them.
This moment, I think, might be the one that sums up for you one of the biggest moments. Look at that already. Everybody's interviewed you and asked you about what it meant to have your grandma there, but do you remember this moment? What was going through your mind when you first got to hug her after that game and after your first win?
I was just really excited because she didn't get a chance to see me play all through college, and I knew she was coming to the game. She didn't want to tell me that she was coming to the game, but she told me, and I said, "Come on, I'm gonna get a win for you," and I was so happy after that game. I did everything in my power to win that game for her, and I just thank the team for helping me get that win for my grandma.
And what did she say in that moment?
She just was happy, She was happy that everyone was showing her attention. She been in the hospital in and out all the time. And, my aunt moved out the house, so she's a 68-year-old woman in the house by herself, can't really walk, can't really get around. So, I was happy I got a chance to do that for her. That made her whole year, that I was able to, just sit there and spend time with her.
That's huge, and that's so cool. I mean, that's what it's about for you, right? I mean, that's
all.
we talk about the X's and O's all the time, but people forget that you're a person, you got a family, you got friends, and that this family, I mean, your family's worked so hard to get you where you are in that moment. Did you feel like you were sort of repaying her and the rest of your family for what they'd done for you?
Yeah, they say it takes a village to raise a child, and, out of all the people that helped raise me, I just thank them so much. That's why I really just wanted to spend that whole draft process with the people that got me to where I'm at now.
You grew up an Eagles fan.
I did.
Big time Eagles fan.
Fly, Eagles, fly, baby.
And then now you got to play against them your first year. And boy, did you play against them your first year. 5 touchdowns. When you watch this film and think back to this game, like, what the heck, man? You just exploded.
It was my dream to always just play at that field and, win a game there. So growing up and watching Donovan McNabb, Brian Westbrook, and Brian Dawkins bear crawl out on the field, listen to the pregame where they sing the Rocky Balboa, his little fight song come on, everybody jumps up, man. That was just my dream to be in that moment. And I got a chance to do it my first year, so I couldn't let my fellow Eagle fans down, so I definitely couldn't let the Bucks down.
That's incredible. And did you feel, was it one of those games where you just felt like you could do no wrong? Like just things felt differently somehow?
It just felt like a dream come true. And, I was like, man, I got to take advantage of this dream that I have. It's an opportunity that probably won't come again. So I played like it was my last game.
People already wanted to know everything about you, but then people start really wanting to know everything. First of all, this says Jameis Winston, which I think is really funny. You weren't a big enough deal back then that they knew how to spell your name properly. People wanted to know so much about you that this tape surfaced of you as a little kid playing. Do you already remember or know what's happening in this scene here?
Bessemer Tigers, man.
Bessemer Tigers,
Bessemer
I love
Tigers.
it. And you're calling an audible at the line. How old are you here?
I was 7 at that time, I believe.
7 years old, already channeling that inner Peyton Manning.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember understanding the level of football you were at already at this point? Like, did you even understand how amazing that was to be at that age, to be already calling audibles?
I just know I love football my whole life. And I was just happy to be out there playing, man. I knew I was a quarterback, and watching quarterbacks growing up, I knew they always were the leader. So I tried to be the leader even when I was that young.
Something that I'm sure every player looks forward to at some point in their life, the Pro Bowl. I mean, to be able to make that as a rookie, make it with 4 teammates, when you look at this footage, getting to see you have that Pro Bowl logo on that jersey, already first year, got a chance to be somewhere that players work years to be. What does that mean to you?
It means a lot. You hit it on the head. If I didn't have those 4 teammates helping me out, I probably wouldn't have made it to the Pro Bowl. But I was just happy to be there with those guys. Had a chance to play with the best players in the league, and had to see Doug and Gerald try to play against me, and Logan, and had Vontae there with me as well. So yeah, it was an exciting experience.
Do you remember Gerald telling fans that he promised not to hurt you?
And know that you don't love my team more than me. So I'm not going to do anything to jeopardize the future of this organization. I can't say that I won't put him down, but I'll make sure I don't hurt him. How about that?
Did you know about that he was promised? Don't worry, everyone.
I remember going out there on the field when Vontae had to tackle Doug, and I was like, it's just like practice now.
Yeah, just lay him down nice and gentle.
Yeah. Winston, quick pass for the touchdown, and the second big grab for DeAndre Hopkins from the Houston Texans. It's hard to do.
Does it make you hungry for more?
Absolutely. I view it as it's only the beginning. I feel like I got to get better every single day, and day by day, we get better and better. And but that's a high pedestal. So every year I have to go with that same goal.
What made you make the decision to do this offseason? A lot of people got a chance to see this video a little bit, but a lot of people didn't get to hear the story behind it. What made you make this decision to go get baptized?
Well, not only do I want to grow as a football player, but I also want to grow in my faith and as a man, and not the girl right beside me was almost a bigger influence than the pastors and all the stuff that was going on at that whole event. You know, because for her to want to have the courage to go in there by herself, she was gonna go in there by herself and get baptized. And I just made it my decision that day. That was like, you know, I'm gonna grow with her. I have to grow as a man. I have to grow in my faith. It's a process.
A lot of people talk about that feeling like a fresh start, and that's a lot of times what for you, the NFL and this whole new league, and now you're not a rookie anymore. Was it that sort of feeling to you of this concept of being a new person and a new fresh start in that as well?
Well, it's a fresh start. Saying fresh start, I mean, it can go so many ways. But it's about the process of growing. You know, like I said about the football, it's only the beginning. You know, because I still have to grow as a man. I have to grow in my faith. I'm not going to be out there, you know, reading scriptures to my teammates before I call a play. But I am going to be saying the Lord's Prayer and making sure that I do my Christian dues. And
you feel like it's still the beginning for you as a Buccaneer as well, that just your rookie season being over, that this is just the start for you?
I believe it's just the beginning of a long ride, you know, and I'm excited that I'm here in Tampa. You know, it's funny to think that it's 1 year, and I've accomplished so much just because of my teammates and by the grace of God.